Hold on, everybody. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb for 1 hour because I want dedication and commitment to all and each and every one of you. I'm Detroit Lenny. He's Griffin Murphy. This is Doc's Daily on a Saturday. Buckle up. No seatbelt needed. Just get in the car, to be honest. We were all old school style, okay? Just get in the car. We'll talk about it later. We are here on a Saturday to talk NHL. We got a full slate of NHL. We got some decent NBA. We got a big slate of college basketball, which is unfortunately the new normal for us on a Saturday. With no more football on Saturdays. This weekend starts officially as no more football on a Saturday with no more NFL. Just 2 games tomorrow and then the Super Bowl. Obviously, we'll get Griffin's opinion on both those games tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit about them. Because it'll be the last time we talk about football until next season. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk Super Bowl Sunday, the Saturday before. But
how has this happened, Lenny? How did this season
it happens every year. I don't know why I'm surprised by it.
I'm devastated. Saturdays are for the boys. You know, we got kickoff going off in the next 50 minutes. I mean, come on. But you know what? We got college hoops. We're going to bring back the energy on that side of things. And we got NHL.
I like it. It's the transition. The transition just gets me every year. You know, it's just and I don't know why I'm surprised by it. I'm 52 years old. I've been betting on sports for all my life. Okay. So, I mean, ever since I could fill out a bet slip with a number 2 pencil about that long, ever since I could do that, I've been betting sports. So I'm no stranger to this. But it's just a transition. So it is what it is. Real quick, don't forget about the free $60 account. That's where you can try out Griffin Murphy's premium plays. Link is in the description of the video below. DocSports.com/free60. You can use that 60 on any handicapper you want plays over at the website, but Griffin's here, so use them on Griffin. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, he's going to tell you why you should for sure, but
menu's open, baby.
If I was going to be if I was a betting man, okay, I would bet the buffet is wide open today. What I mean by the buffet for you new viewers, shout out to our new member here, Richard Gregg. All right, shout out to you. The buffet means he's got a little everything going on today. Tell everybody what you got going on today, premium play wise.
Yeah, Lenny, the buffet is officially back open. It's been probably now, I would say, 3 weeks since I've had the buffet. So it's like we're back in action. UFC is back rolling. We are in the octagon tonight. I have a 7-unit top fight, 5-fight card. So we're absolutely loaded on that side of things. And I opened it up today. I saw the board and I saw it very clean. 6-unit NBA play that goes off in the next 2 hours, noon Eastern time. And then at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Eastern time, college hoops. I have a 6-unit selection as well. That's a part of a 4-play card. So I have action across props, NBA 6-unit play, college basketball 4 plays, including a 6-unit play. NHL, we've got 1 2-unit selection. And then UFC, baby. Put the gloves on, 5-fight card, 7-unit best bet. Goes off at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Buffet's back, Lenny. Come on.
Boom, bang, pow. Boom, bang, pow. That's how you get a hold of that right there. As you get on this free $60, you can use that towards all of that stuff. Whether you're a hockey bettor, there's a little action for you there. If you're a basketball bettor, there's action for you there. If you want to talk man-man in an octagon sport, UFC, got some action there. So check out the buffet. It's open for Griffin Murphy. We should just say the buffet bets. Can we call it the buffet bets?
Buffet. That's it, baby.
Buffet bets with Griffin Murphy.
Call me Mr. Chow. Call me Mr. Chow, baby.
Start printing the T-shirts, folks. The buffet bets with Griffin Murphy. Okay. Use that free 60 links in the description of the video. You can also become a YouTube premium member. It costs you $4.99. I just saw a commercial the other day. Little Caesars will give you 2 slices of pizza and 4 breadsticks for $4.99. I will teach you how to fish. Okay? I'm not going to feed you. I'm going to teach you how to make money. $4.99 right. Premium member, links in the description video. So go get your cheap-ass pizza with that $5 if you want. Or you can get my winners for $5 a month. Do it on the desktop, too. Somebody said something about that in the comment section. When you buy anything on your phone, on YouTube, anything, us included, there's a premium for that has a little bit of a charge onto that from your carrier, from your not your carrier. It's not Verizon or T-Mobile. It's from it's like from Apple. Or
same thing with Meta. Same thing.
Yeah,
You're gonna run your Meta ads.
So like that $4.99 is like $6.99 on your phone.
Yeah.
I know it's not a big deal, but I'm trying to save people dollars and cents over here. I got a small like kids meal available today. I don't have no buffet action, folks. But we are live and in full effect Monday through Friday, 1:00 Eastern today. Saturdays we do it 11 a.m. Eastern. Obviously, get in front of today's slate. What do you want? Where you want to go first?
You tell me. You lead the way, baby.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you're in the comments, you got a question about today's game. That's what today is for. We're back and forth. Okay, so if you got questions about an NHL game or anything like that, just start throwing them away. It's throwing them our way. College basketball or NBA, UFC. I'm gonna talk about UFC real quick.
We're live in full effect now, Lenny. We're good to go.
It's a wrap. I'm just saying right now. I'm intrigued by tonight's card. Maybe I'm just a sucker for marketing, and I've been known to be a square better. I've been known to be public. I've been known to be this, that, and a few other damn things that I can't say on air. But I'm sucked in on this. I'm sucked in on the prelims. I'm sucked in on the weigh-in. I'm in. I'm knee deep into the weeds, and we're going to talk off air about what I got and what you got and compare notes. But
yeah, bro, this card is going to be absolutely crazy, man. I mean, you've got the co-main event is Sugar Sean O'Malley. Then the main event is Patty. We've got Patty in the ring.
Patty the Batty's my dude.
Fighting. Dude, I love Patty.
I just want to get drunk with that guy. I can't understand half the shit he says.
Nothing.
Okay, like he's talking, and I'm like, it's like watching like a Beatles someone of the Beatles recreated her like 20, and I'm like, huh? And I'm like, I don't know what he said, but I know I want what he's drinking. That's all I know. I want what he's drinking. I want what he's smoking. I want it all. And I want to, there's like a handful of people that like people talk about like out of old celebrities, alive or dead, who do you want to party with? Like, who would you party with one night? I'm like, Elvis and his crew for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Heyday for sure.
They were rolling it deep, bro.
Oh, Elvis is where Morgan Wallen got his little walkout shit. Okay, Elvis was a PIMP. I'm not gonna lie. Patty the Batty might be in my top 10. I want to party with that dude. I think he, and his sister. She's bad.
Oh, she also fights. You talking about?
She also fights.
Yeah,
the whole family's just raised on Jameson whiskey and fist fights. It just sounds like my family reunion. So
yeah, it's McGregor. It's McGregor style too. 2.0, man. I swear. The problem with Patty tonight, bro, is he's minus like 250 straight up. There's no value on him and Sugar Sean. But at the same time, there is value. Just play it right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You got to be.
I love how Patty just goes. He goes from 150 pounds to 300 pounds in about a month, and then somehow gets right back to his weight.
He get right back to it. Well, he ate everything.
Dude,
he said he ate everything. He's like, he goes, I like food. And, he was eating like, McDonald's twice a day,
didn't matter.
Burger King, all this. I mean, he's eating fast food shit after fast food, and he just ballooned up. I mean, cocaine is a hell of a drug. That's a great way. I'm just saying.
You should probably try that one.
Yeah, right. Is this a get right game for the Timberwolves? Let's talk a little NBA. Because there's not a, I want to say, compared to college basketball, nothing seems great spot or
For sure.
I don't like a lot of NBA today. I get lost in the a lot of hockey on. I'm knee deep into that. College basketball I've actually been pretty decent at, to my surprise, as of late. Like for me, I've been having like a week now. It's been where I'm like, I'll be down a unit or two, The next day I'm up a unit or two.
Fighting.
And I'm down a unit, up a unit. Like I finished the day 2 and 3, maybe 3 and 2, stuff like that. I'm like, nothing. Where the week before I swept 2 days in a row at 7-0.
Oh,
Not
shit.
2 days in a row, 2 times in the same week. It was like Tuesday, Thursday, 7-0, 7-0. I was like, holy shit, Lenny can't do no wrong. I'm like, babe, I got to go to the dice table.
See, I'm real small volume when it comes to college hoops. I have 4 plays today. This is the most plays I've released and started this year. I usually cherry pick just 1 play a day, typically sometimes 2, but I try to play very small. It's typically 2 to 3 unit selections, and then I fire off my blaster when I find it. But today I found it, and we're ready to go, Lenny. And I gave some cherries behind it too. I gave the tree and then all the leaves right under it. So if you guys want a full slate of action on that side of things, I got you guys hooked up on that as well. Free 60 link, as Lenny always drops it down, baby.
Use the free 60 link.
We're done promoing though. We're ready to roll.
Right, there it is, free 60. It's links in the description. As far as this game, Golden State and Minnesota tonight. That is a 5:30 Eastern time game. Minnesota's not been playing well. Yeah. I don't know if it's I'm not one of those guys that in the NBA I'm looking to find a team that's in a get right position. Whether they are or not, I'm not looking for that. I'm more looking for like you say, the cherry pick game that I don't need a lot from. I just, any thoughts on this though? Golden State and Timberwolves?
I mean, this is exactly what you just said. This is the game where it's the get right game, which in a sense, you've got Minnesota who's lost 4 in a row and you've got Golden State who's lost 2 in a row. I looked at this game. I had it keyed up very heavily. And what I liked about this game was Jimmy Butler is now officially, I don't like that. I never like seeing guys go down, but Butler is out for season, which makes a massive dent for Golden State. So where I was looking at this game is I was looking at home court advantage and first half lines. And I liked Minnesota first half line -3 points. I think that they come into this game with an expectation of we have to attack the basketball court very heavily offensively to get going. Golden State, realistically, this is a huge, massive gap time change for them. Their bodies are realistically going to be tipping off at 1:30 their time, 4:30 for Minnesota. So Minnesota does edge when it comes to time. So I believe that Golden State's going to come off the gate slow in this one, especially without Jimmy Butler. Minnesota on that 4-game losing streak. All incentives are going to be we have to make a statement and we have to do it early. So I like the T-Wolves here, first half line -3 points. It was almost on the premium card, but I have a 6 unit that I absolutely love that goes off at noon. So I decided, you know what, we're not going to have any extra, anything extra other than that. We want the 6 unit. We want to go 1-0 and win the day on that.
See, so by the way, I'm not a complete dumbass when I say this, okay? But weather plays a factor for me.
Sure.
Okay, and I know it's basketball, and I know it's indoors, and I know it's heated, whatever. I know all that. I'm not on the spectrum. I promise. Okay, I'm not slow. But I'm a little bit. I'm just saying, a little slow. But I feel like the West, Golden State coming from the West, going to Minnesota, that is currently like negative
freezing
degrees. Yeah, like below freezing. You know what I mean? They're just basically done. Hell has froze over in Minnesota, let me tell you. I mean, travel, getting there, this, that, how much does my point to this is I kind of think about the under in this game because I don't
237.5.
Right. And it's a 5:30 Eastern Standard Time game, which is really like 2:30 in the afternoon for Golden State. Okay. Like my time. So a mid-Saturday afternoon game, how much we getting up for that?
I like that. I like that underplay.
You know what I mean? Minnesota, everybody in Minnesota has something else on their mind right now besides basketball. And no, I'm not trying to be political. I'm not that guy. But there, I could only imagine what those people go through with the weather going down right now and then anarchy breaking out in Minnesota.
Brutal. I had this conversation yesterday.
Right. I don't know how many fans are going to be at this game, 5:30 on a Saturday afternoon when they have a winter weather advisory, like telling people to basically shelter, don't go out because hell is frozen over. I don't know how many fans will be there. So it plays to the under for me, but
I like that.
Did not bet that. I just full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, I did not bet that, but I thought that, you know how you think you go down a rabbit hole and you're onto something and then you keep going, and the more it sounds good, the more you realize that you might just be full of shit.
This is bad.
Right. I just might be talking myself into this, and then I stay away. I was smart enough to just walk away. Now, if it stays under, I'll be like, hey, look at that. I knew some shit. And if it doesn't, then I'm like,
then you were right.
Yeah, right. No, sometimes no bet's
win-win.
No bet's the best bet. Scott's in the house. What up, fellas? Let's cast some tickets. Scott, is Miami, Ohio still undefeated?
I think they are, bro. They blew somebody out the other day again. They were like 19-0 in that game. Scott, fill us in. Are they still 19-0, 20-0?
Yeah. When's their next game? What's the update?
We're asking Scott. What's the record?
Let's see. When's the next time they play?
I gotta pull up my. What do I have?
They're 20-0. Hold on. They play Tuesday. They got to play Massachusetts. So
Massachusetts is tough.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're ranked 25th.
Right there with St. Louis. St. Louis is another sleeper, bro.
Scott's walking around.
No joke.
Wherever Scott walks around, wherever he's at work, this Scott walks around like this.
Right. There, literally. He's probably geared up. He's got the pullover on.
Right. He's like, hey, 20-0, 2-0, 25 ranked. Yeah, he's walking tall, Scott. I like it. Scotty Boy says, hey guys, what do you think about the Celtics, Bulls, Jazz, Heat?
We can talk that one.
Talk about your Bulls and the Celtics here. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know where I was going with that. There was a song in my head, but I'm on the Celtics.
Yeah, I see. For this is just another weird scenario for me. You've got Chicago on a 3-game winning streak. You've got Boston on a 2-game winning streak. Both teams are dealing with a little bit of injuries, banged up just slightly. And then Boston, everybody gets caught up on who they were last year and the year before that, and they're just not doing the same thing anymore. They're 28-16, 6-4 in their last 10 games on a 2-game winning streak. So all cylinders look good for this team. On top of that, they're coming off a win over a brutal Brooklyn Nets team on the road. That game was in a double OT 130-126 final. Yeah. So you look at that, and that's not very impressive on paper, which adds buying power to the Bulls, selling power to the Boston Celtics, which in a sense gives us a confluence to stack with the Celtics. For the Bulls, 500 basketball on the year. They're on that psychological cuff of support and resistance. I always get into that, trading methods. We're not going to talk about that right now. 5-5 in their last 10 games on a 3-game winning streak. So when you look at this, what is selling us the hardest, I guess I should ask, in a sense of where to fade? When I look at a game like this, I really want no action to it. Where I would go is you've got a 3-game winning streak, a 2-game winning streak. You look at that total at 230.5. Everybody's going to expect these two teams to go balls deep offensively. That's where I reverse flip, and I'd probably drill the under 230.5 in this game. If I had to take a side, I looked at this game heavily this morning, and I could not make a decision on it, and I still can't make one as I'm talking it out loud right now. I can't. I like the under.
Try to talk yourself into a side or something, and you can't do it. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I know what I was. There's a meme.
Where's Nick? Nick, step in. What do you got here?
I took 1.5. I took the Celtics plus 1.5. Okay. And that's how much of a dog fight I thought it was gonna be. Like, that 1.5 might matter, bro. You know what I mean? That might matter. I mean, you could take a shot. I mean, it was minus 110. You could take a shot with the money line if that's really how you want to go. I don't have nothing in Miami and Utah, though. I don't have nothing in that game. So
I can talk about this one again. This is another game where all seems bad for one side, and that's typically where the reverse flip comes. Utah's got 15 wins on the year. 10 of those wins have come at home. They're 10-13 at home this season, obviously, as mentioned, with their 15 wins. And then you've got Miami, 23-22 on the year. They just got over that psychological cuff of 500 basketball. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games, and they just got beat up by Portland in a 17-point differential on the road in their most recent matchup. And for Utah, in their most recent game, they played a very good San Antonio Spurs team, and they lost that game by nearly 20 points. But that was at home. So Utah is in a little bit of a cushion now, back-to-back home games here. And as I mentioned, they play their best at home, 3-7 in their last 10 games. So that sucks down some buying power, which we like because that adds a little bit of reason to take, so to speak. And then for Miami, they just can't play on the road. 8-15 on the road, not doing anything. This is kind of a situation where I would expect the public herd would be on Miami for that bounce back revenge spot, especially against a bad team. Whilst Utah, they're going from the Spurs to Miami, so their strength of schedule is actually dropping off a little bit. I like Utah here at home plus the 6.5 points. I free played this on YouTube, and that's the only reason it wasn't in my premium selection.
I was going to say, I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah.
I dig Utah at home if I was going to play it. Honestly, just because of the record at home, where Miami's god awful on the road. And then I really think it's the last game of the night. So everybody's going to look at Miami and they're going to see 23-22 record. And then they're going to look at Utah and go 15-30. Miami's going to blow them out. And I mean, I got 6.5. So there's 6s out there. I'll take as many points as I can with the home dog on the last game of the night. I don't
We're
give
on
a shit
the same
if we're playing
page.
basketball, if we're playing baseball. I don't care what we're playing. I'm taking that. So I'll probably, I'll be honest with you, if I play later, like I got a set of plays I got going on right now. I'm probably going to have a little bit more after this show as we talk about this stuff. And then I'll probably, depending on how those go, I might be that guy chasing at the end of the night. You know, and then I'll probably, if I'm chasing with Utah. Let's put it that way.
Let me ask you this, Lenny. At total, 245.5. Why?
There's no defense. These are
245.5 is a lot.
Make no mistake about this. These are not good teams. Neither of them are good teams, and I feel bad for the Jazz, kind of, because they play in a division with Oklahoma City and Denver. So they just get stomped on after stomped on, playing them in and out. And then, I mean, Minnesota's a above average team, so they get beat the hell by them. Portland, not so much, but still, they get beat by them. I mean, right. You know, so they get beat up in the whatever is that, Northwest, in the Western Conference. So they get beat to shit. I think Utah's a little bit better. I mean, they play well at home. You know,
and they have for years on end. That's kind of been the known thing.
Keep in mind this. It's the same thing. I talked about weather, right? In Minnesota, that. In Utah, they're kind of used to this kind of weather everywhere. Yeah. So, and they'll be getting some of that storm too. Not as bad, but some of that storm too that's coming through. So I'm not afraid of Utah at home. I'm talking myself into making that bet is what I'm doing right now, folks, just so you know.
Listen, this was right on the premium card. If I didn't free play this yesterday, I actually slept and woke up and started liking it more this morning. And I'm like, I already put the damn play out. Like, what a son of a bitch, whatever.
Yeah, right. Now you know it's going to cash. Now you know you're going to hit it.
Right. And the reality is this is not the same Miami Heat team. Like, the Heat are not good anymore. They're just not. Like, they're banged up. Guys are not there anymore. Tyler Hero's out. Bam. I mean, this team is just kind of falling apart. They are not the same team. So a lot of people get hung up on that shit. This is not the same team when they had Jimmy Buckets, when they were absolutely rolling. Just not the same team. So, again, don't overlook that Miami
Heat. Thank you, Daddy's Miami Heat.
Fade the Heat, baby.
Scotty Boy says he'd buy both of us a beer. All right,
man, listen, Scotty, all right.
We are not above accepting that beer. Let me tell you right now, we'll accept that. I'm just saying, even if you're wrong, thanks.
I got the tequila, Scotty. I got the tequila. You get the beer.
I'll bring the whiskey.
Done deal, baby.
And the good time. I'll bring the whiskey and a good time. Let me tell you.
Sir.
God, I hate Detroit. Nick, I thought of you last night when I saw the Sixers or the Sixers, the Pistons.
Nick said he'd be on the 76ers today.
I'm telling you right now, I don't know what to tell you.
I hated that game. I hated that
Pistons game. I saw it coming. It was I didn't like it. I bet it, but I didn't like it. I was on, you know what I was on? I was on Duncan Robinson over 2.5 3-pointers made. He made 2. He averaged just like 4 a game. I thought I was getting a great number. I thought I was ahead of something on a prop. Thought I was smart. That was my problem. Yes.
I was big on the Hawks yesterday.
Johnny
They
says he
pulled
would
through.
party with Griffin Murphy.
I
Celebrity
would,
Griffin Murphy.
Scotty,
What am
we
I?
can party,
Some fucking
brother,
nerd?
anytime, man. Vegas.
Bro, I'm not the
Vegas.
cameraman, Scotty. I'm not the cameraman here, okay? I'm just saying. I'm right here. If I have feelings. No, I'm just kidding. Scott, 20-0. Can we talk real football real quick? I like Denver against the spread and money line, Seattle money line. Thoughts? Let's get into some NFL.
I got to be careful. I got plays on both of these, but I could definitely talk about these. So I hate saying that too, guys. I like coming on here like a salesman. Like, this is what I do for a living, though. You know, I
you got premium plays on it. You got premium plays on it. So it is what it is.
And these are my tops. We only got 2 games left, so I got to be careful. But I got you guys. We'll get into it.
Let me ask you this. Let me see. I think I could ask this safely. Between the 2 games, is there, taking out, what you have bet on, whatever, is there one you want to watch more than the other?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to watch Denver and New England. I want to see. I want to see what Sean Payton does with this quarterback, and I want to see how they establish themselves in this game. Just this Jarrett Stidham, he was drafted in 2019. He's never started a game as a quarterback. He's been with Denver. He's been with the Raiders. He's been with the Patriots, and then back with Denver. So this is a situation for me where I look at this game, and we know the Patriots, what they just did against a very good Houston defense, absolutely outstanding, one of the best defenses talked in the NFL. They had no issues with them. Now, same scenario. You've got Denver. That defense comes to play. And now the fear is Bo Nix. But we talked about this as well, Lenny, earlier on this week, I want to say, about how Denver kind of won their season. It wasn't through Bo Nix. Bo Nix moved that offense. He moved the chains, controlled tempo, and scored points for them. But the reality was their defense was the one who controlled clock management for this team. So I'm very interested to see how Sean Payton comes out with Stidham in this game and how they approach their offensive scheme against the Patriots. It's going to be a hell of a game, definitely. When I look at this thing, I can't take a side because I don't necessarily know how Denver is going to come out. It's a liability aspect. I do have a premium selection in this. It is a first half line situation, but looking at the total in this game, I believe that total at 43.5, I think that's a low total. I like the over in this game.
Yeah, I think so. Here's the thing. I think the public is going to see, Bo Nix is dead. Bo Nix is out. He can't play, yada, yada, New England, no problem. I feel like one of these games are going to be really, really close, field goal type game. And one was going to be a blowout. So, and I'll be honest with you, as of right now at 8:33 in the morning, my time, I don't know which one it is.
Me neither. I have an idea.
Plays on both totals. Okay.
Yeah.
That I feel really confident in. And I felt very square, but I took Denver in a teaser and the Rams in a teaser because it's a teaser and it's minus 130. I get the Rams at, I think, plus, if you 6-point teaser, it gave me 8.5 points.
Yeah, they're
I'll take the Rams. Yeah, because it's at 2.5, and then I got 10.5 with the Broncos. I don't know. I think there's some player props that I'm going to be heavy on. I think this might be a game. Denver Broncos this might be ugly. This could come out ugly because I think New England's been underrated all year, and I've been on New England all year.
And it's weird too, Lenny, because the line was at 4.5 with New England, and we're getting reverse market movement now. It's going to 4, whilst all the money is pounding on the Patriots in this game. Yet it's moving again in their favor to -4 now. So that's reverse market movement, which typically the market likes to do that to bait public to go to the other side or to stay on that side, which the reality is because they know there's going to be an exploit on the other side. But again, we don't know. We don't know what the hell this kid's going to do. We don't know what this kid's going to do.
I think so. He's been in the system a while. I mean, so I ain't got to worry about that. I think comfortable wise, he's just got to, I think Denver, I don't know, because Sean Payton might, I think they'll come out and try to run the ball, slowly work him into the game, let him get some confidence, comfortable, maybe unleash him in the second half. That being said, it's also Sean Payton.
Right.
Well, he might come out and kick onside kicking right away. I don't know. I don't know. Like he's just, you know what I mean?
Guy.
So
he's
out
here.
there. He's that guy. So I don't. I'm a little hesitant on that. I have some player props that I really like, but this playoffs, this, you know, I've been on Denver, I've been on New England, and I knew this would come to this point at some point. If Bo Nix is playing this game, I still don't know which side I like. That's where I'm at. Because I've been riding each of them to get here, and they've been cashing for me and making money. And I think both of them are underrated. And I think they both have as much talk as we talk about Denver's defense. There ain't nobody talking about New England's defense.
Sure.
And
on top of that, let's talk about coaching. Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year. Sean Payton, he's been in this environment how many times?
We're not talking about Mike Vrabel. Right. So, and the New England-Denver rivalry kind of, if you don't know, you know, the Peyton Manning against Tom Brady's. I mean, I would have loved to see the new generation of that, Bo Nix, Drake May, you know, playing against each other. But I'll tell you right now, they'll be back. They'll be back. Denver's good. New England's good.
I do have some player props. I do have some player props in that other game I'd like to throw out.
Let's go.
We're looking at Jackson Smith and Jigma. We're gonna take his under receiving yards at 90.5. I believe that Sam Darnold is going to be out there and he is going to be loosing the ball out, but this kid's going to be double coverage all game long. So I'd look at his under. I'd also look at Puka Nakua's under. I'm looking at a lot of under reception plays going into that game with in the NFC side of things. I like those two player props. I have a couple other ones circled up.
Yeah, see, it's going that way. Look, Jack says DraftKings has the Patriots at -3.5.
Yeah, see, it doesn't make sense.
You know what?
There's some bullshit.
All that means is DraftKings wants you to keep betting New England.
Yeah.
And because the number keeps going down. Why is the number going down? The amount of money
is
way New England. But the amount of tickets, not so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sharp side, baby.
Sharp side is on Denver, but I don't. So to get psychological about that, really for a second, I do tend to think, though, at this time of the year, if this was a regular season game and New England was all the public and the Sharps were on Denver, I'd be all over Denver right away, no questions asked.
Like last week.
Yeah, right. So this week, though, now we get deeper into the playoffs. It's like being against the public on the Super Bowl. You can't be the public against the public on the Super Bowl or with them because everybody is the public now. There's only one game to bet on. So when we have a smaller market, a small amount of games, there's less public, for my handicapping, less public influence. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense.
I was trying to.
Detroit Public School hard at work here. I'm just saying.
No, I'm with you. Another one, real quick one. Kenneth Walker receiving props over 20.5.
I'll take everything Kenneth Walker props because that's my dog.
Dude,
that's my
stud.
That's
as long
my
as
dog.
That bastard stays healthy.
That's my dog. That's my state dog, Michigan State, K9 in the house.
Yeah,
that guy's jersey. Man, I'm telling you right now, that guy's he was a dog at Michigan State. He's that guy that the more you hit him, the better he's good. Like as the game goes on, he gets better.
The bouncier he gets.
Yeah, the more he gets hit, he gets better. He might not be the fastest. I think Zach Charbonnet is faster than him, to be honest with you. He ain't gonna outrun somebody down the field. I'm telling you right now, his hips don't lie. I'm telling you right now. Whoop, whoop. I'm telling you, he can whoop whoop on you, and then he can run you over. He reminds me of Marshawn Lynch. Not as physical downhill.
It's not as physical, but the way he kind of in that Seattle uniform.
He's like Marshawn Lynch, and like he's like a Christian McCaffrey almost because he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he will also run you over. But he ain't running the safety over. He's running the linebacker over. Okay.
He's so bouncy, bro. That's the thing. He's like a bouncing ball. As long as that kid stays healthy, he is such a dude. That's the problem. It's been a problem for him in his career, health.
Yeah, but now I think with the addition of the other running back, can't think, but he's whatever, not playing. I don't think he's playing. Zach
You want to get
Charbonnet.
into prop, dude? I'll tell you what, though, this game is going to be very hard to prop when it comes to Denver and the Patriots. It's not going to be hard to prop, but it is in a sense offensively just because Bo Nix is not starting. So realistically, everybody's going to be looking at unders on all of these receivers. And that's kind of where that reverse flip comes into play, and we start looking at overs for these receivers. Let's look at some tight end receiving props. I guarantee there's some value here. Like Pat Bryant, I'd look at Pat Bryant on his over at 34.5. Ingram, I don't like his at 20.5.
I don't like his.
No.
I looked at his props. I don't like his props.
Hunter Henry over. Diggs always on receptions. Nick bangs that almost every single week. Stephon Diggs with the Patriots.
Oh, God, he's a moneymaker. And for a touchdown, too. I don't hate him for a touchdown. Taking a stab at plus, that's like 200.
Did him Super Bowl MVP plus 1,800. Derek Picks puts in. Dude, that's I love it. I love
here. Hey, it could happen. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Nick
right?
Folk, baby, you bring back Nick Folk.
Yeah, right. Richie brings up a good point about the Patriots, and I have a hard time getting over this as well. I can't get over the Patriots bubblegum schedule. Last 2 games, Herbert and Stroud trucked it. Stidham just needs to not fuck up. I agree. But you know what? You could say that about Bo Nix on a weekly.
Could also say that New England's defense is primed to that.
See, I think Drake May kind of at times will go out there and win you a game.
Sure.
Whereas opposed to Bo Nix doesn't have to do that ever. Now, Bo Nix's legs will be missed very much.
Yeah.
That thing though. So, I mean, I've looked at that game where I'm going to say, I hate to say this, I don't think Jarrett Stidman's a big running guy. You know what I mean? But just, he's got rushing attempts. This is how
his rushing props.
His player props will tell me how Sean Payton wants to dictate this game.
Yep.
Okay.
14.5
I know
rushing
that
yards.
sounds weird that Vegas is hip to be hip onto that, right? So if you're not, maybe they are. His rushing attempts is at 4.5. Would you think that's a lot?
Yeah.
So that means they think he's going to run 4 or 5 times. So if he's going to run 4 or 5 times, that means Sean Payton's not afraid to do that. That means, you know what I mean? So, I mean, if you're going to take a stab, I mean, if you're sprinkling along the way, plus 400 for a rushing touchdown. Because in the red zone, we're going to swat out everybody. We got to cover, like you said, we got to cover all the receivers. We got to cover, what's his name from Denver? The receiver. Sutton. Yeah, we got to cover him. We got to watch the backfield. Oop, now it's a slip out touchdown. Easy 7-yard touchdown.
I like dude, his 4.5 rushing attempts and his over under is 14.5. So they're expecting a lot of rushes and they're not expecting a lot of yards. So I kind of like the tush.
He might have to scramble for his life a couple times,
Push in the red zone. I mean, that's what Denver did all year. They got to the red zone with Bo Nix and found a way to get in.
So if they can get to the red zone, Sean Payton could be,
a little aggressive with his backup.
I'm just saying.
I like it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. These 2 games, I think, what's going to be great about these 2 games? I think they'll have the opportunity to live bet each and every one of them.
Yeah, 100%. My account's already loaded up.
Each and every one of them, like there's multiple. Both of them. I think you can live bet both of them and be able right now. I mean, God forbid, in an absolute best case scenario, Denver's up like 10-3 at halftime. And I can get New England plus points.
Right.
I'm just saying because, but I don't think I don't know.
That's what I do. I put my bets in. I load up my account. I leave money to play with inside. And once I start, because once you know which side you're going, you sustain that side. You sustain that momentum. And when you find that opportunity on the live bet to get some plus money, there ain't nothing wrong with that. To add an additional $500, whatever your typical wager is, throw in another unit. I do it every time. I already got my account loaded up for Sunday and today and tomorrow. Or what is today? Saturday and tomorrow. Yeah.
What is today? Yeah, I don't know. Scott's got questions about the San Francisco Dons.
The Dons, baby.
Versus Gonzaga and the over 152.5. I don't have any desire to play games like this. I'll just be honest with you. I don't it's just too many. I don't like it.
There's no read on Gonzaga.
Huh?
Gonzaga right now is naming their number. I mean, they just beat the hell out of a terrible Pepperdine team. That was in an 84-60 final. They were laying 27.5 points. Gonzaga just laid off in the second half. Like, they could have completely torched them in that game. So basically what we're getting out of this is Gonzaga's won 13 games in a row. The market doesn't know how to read this team, so all these prices are off. And then you've got San Francisco. This is a good team. They're always good year in, year out. This is a little bit slower of a year for them. I will say 13-8.
Scrappy.
They just beat Washington State. They were laying 5.5 points. I was on Washington State in that game, so I did hook that one. This is a game for me where I don't like the action. Because everything looks strong right now for San Fran. They're 7-3 in their last 10, coming off a win. Then you've got a Gonzaga team that's won 13 in a row. How do we read it? You can't read it. Then you look at the total at 152.5. It gives you an incentive that it's going to be a mediocre scoring type of game. So what is Gonzaga going to beat them by 20 points? And what San Fran put up only 50, 60 points in this game? I don't see it. I don't like it. This is a game for me that's a stay away, no bet. If I had to take a side, though, I'm taking San Francisco just due to the fact that, again, the market doesn't know how to – they call their number. The market doesn't know how to price them right now with 13 straight winners. So I'd be on the Dons in this one, Scott.
I'd be on Gonzaga, I ain't gonna lie, just because I'd be continuing to ride the big – they're just going to keep throttling people.
Sure.
But I haven't finished betting college basketball. I got a few plays going on like right now, but – nothing major, or early games. I don't like the early games sometimes, because they're 8 a.m. games for me, 9 a.m. games. And I don't cap football. I know what I'm betting on Thursday. Okay. I know for the week.
Yeah.
By Wednesday,
I typically
Thursday,
know on Tuesday.
Usually
Wednesday,
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I might have bets Monday, Tuesday, and on the NFL, college football, basketball, NBA. Not so much. Day of is when I cap NBA. College basketball, day of is when I usually cap that. NHL I'll cap night before, but I've got a pretty good system. For me, that I follow that, a couple of things that I look for right away that I feel like I can skim through the NHL and get 3 plays on any given day.
See, I got an algorithm. So what I do is I run my model. What I do is the night before, for NHL, NBA, and college hoops, I scan all of the games and I circle up all of my favorite ones from the eye test. And then I run my model the next morning, and anything that coincides that I'm getting EV plus value with, those are the games that I typically obviously roll with if they coincide with what I saw the night before. Then it's deeper analysis to make sure everything looks right.
That's what I do on hockey.
Right, then we release.
That's what I do on hockey, because sometimes I won't have goalie announcements. I won't know who's in net.
Right.
And till day of, it's almost, I won't compare it to the NBA and the injury report day of, but it's getting bad with who's in net and who's not in net. But with the NHL, finding that information out as quick as possible.
And it's so critical. People don't understand how big the goaltending deal is in hockey.
It's like who's pitching in baseball. You know what I mean? But and there are sometimes it doesn't matter. I know I like that play anyway. But I will circle, make some notes here and there. I've gotten into digital notes instead of actually writing shit down. Trying to be, otherwise I just kill trees left and right. I got paper books of notes and shit, and I got to get out of that. So I do that too that's how I do hockey, like stuff I like, and then if I really like it the next day, depends on where it goes for me though. Purdue.
Scott, check out my premium selection for NFL. Help you out on that one a little bit.
Denver under full game.
Keep rolling, Lenny.
Down from South Africa, Samal.
My man.
How we doing? How's the weather? Oh wait, you're here. Are you there? Because the weather here is cold. Even in Vegas, the sun is trying to come out.
My windows are frozen right now. I think it's about 2 degrees out right now.
I'll tell you right now, Vegas weather shitty out here, folks. It's hard out here for a pimp. I'm telling you in Vegas. The weather. Look at it, 49. See how cloudy that is. You can't see with the ring light.
Oh,
Cloudy.
must
It's just gray. It's gonna be a high of like 58 today. I mean, I can't barbecue in this weather. This is bullshit. I planned on using the griddle this weekend. Now I can't do that.
Dude, I can't even walk outside without frostbite, you asshole.
I mean, the other day, this morning, I had to take my 2 high schoolers. One had practice for something. They had to go to school for practice, wrestling practice, something. At like they had to be there at like 7 a.m. So I'm like, all right, well, let's go. I'm out there warming up my car. Got the heat seat warmer on, because it's a little chilly for Lenny's ass, Dude,
I got to do that a half hour in advance, bro. I got to do that a half hour in advance. You kidding me?
I do it like on the way out the garage.
I miss Vegas. I really do.
I'll tell you what. Vegas, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Can we talk some NHL? Nobody asked questions about the NHL. And I want to talk NHL. There's a lot of games on today.
I'm down to talk ice.
I'm all over the place in NHL. I'll be honest with you.
Let me know. I want to hear your opinion on my premium, Lenny.
Okay.
I got between the LA Kings and the Blues tonight.
Draw. That's what I have bet.
Pick a winner.
Do you have to?
I'm putting a gun to your head.
I mean, because that game just nasty. I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me see my notes.
Give me some analysis.
I like the Blues. I like the Blues at home. If I would have had to pick because they've lost 3 games to 3 good teams: Edmonton, Winnipeg, who's back on the.
There's my 2 unit, everyone. There's my 2 unit.
Dallas. There you go, Dallas, and then they were on the road. Now they're back home. I mean, this game sucks. I mean, I'm not one to tell you guys. I mean, I guess
the scary
Kings are
play.
better on the road than they are at home, but the Blues are better at home than they are on the road. So, I mean, the last 5 don't mean the King. You know what got me to the draw on here? And sprinkle on the draw, folks. On any draw bets, half units or less. Okay, on the draws, but they're plus 300. So you just draws are bankroll builders. Okay, that's what they are. So the Kings last 5 games, 4-3, they win against the Rangers. They lose 2-1 in overtime. They lose 3-2 in overtime. They lose 3-2 in overtime, and then they lose 3-1. So the Kings are this close to putting some shit together. They just can't figure it out and put it more in the back of the net. Neither can the Blues. Okay. So that's what got me to the draw. Anytime you see a 5.5, I'm looking at the draw. I'm immediately looking at their last 10 and head-to-head matchups. I'm looking at who's out, who's in net, and I'm looking at, okay, if you expect this game to be under, but the line suggests the Kings minus 135, I don't like that. Because you telling me the Kings are going to win a 1-score game, then I'll take the home team to tie that game up and go into overtime.
Yep.
It's
been happening. It's been frequent with this. I don't know your method, but I know low total and very similar line where it's equal value across both sides. I know that attracts you. And I have noticed there has been a lot of draws. And I've been on a lot of plus money situations in that. And I have been losing in shootouts and overtime on those scenarios. 10-5 in my last 15, so I am doing really good in hockey right now. I am on a little bit of a heater, and my losses, all 5 of my 4 of my 5 losses have all been in overtime. Plus money, these damn draws. Get the crown out, Lenny.
I'm telling you, back in the day in hockey, this is a good tip for you guys that bet hockey. Everybody remembers when totals used to be the normal total was 5.5. 5.5, 6 was high. Now it's 6.5, 7. Okay, so I mean, wait, I'm trying to do this. I'm looking up the percentage. I saw this the other day. And it was how many it was the breakdown of I'm trying to look this up real quick. How many games? There's like 26% of the games this season went into overtime in the NHL. That's a lot.
That's a ton. That's a quarter of the games.
And over 60 and like 64% have been one-score games. So if you're betting like underdogs in the NHL, okay, there'll be people that tell you, I just bet underdogs in the NHL. Well, then you're not smart, because I'm telling you what, you got to be able to adapt, pick and choose those underdogs, and you got to learn to bet the draw. And the puck line used to be the bet. That used to be the bet, -1.5. Bet the puck line, they're going to win. Da da da. Not so much anymore. I think because you get higher scoring games, you've seen the totals raise. Now you should see that those one-score games are going to come more into play. You won't get a more one-sided game. Very rare, unless you see like Colorado or a Florida team that'll win a game 6-1.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen that often in the NHL like it used to. Now that game goes over because it's 4-3 in overtime. Because it's 3-3 going into overtime. You just see more of that. So that's how I get to my totals. I don't do as many totals as I would like, because usually I kind of lazy my way out into a draw, because I know I only have to hit 3 out of 10 and I'm okay. And
$1,200 in profit. Good.
You know what I mean? I'm okay. So then that's kind of where I'm at, like kind of on that. So, if
I hear you.
I'm up, so.
Dude, for the past 2 years, 3 years, I would say 85% of my bets, 80 of them have all been puck line bets. Rolling into this year, started off the year terrible. I was cold right off the gates, and I was playing puck line plays. And the minute I stopped playing these puck lines, they're no longer valuable. They are not, and then you get a -390 line with the Avalanche. And I mean, you lay the puck line and it's a -150 chalk play. So these puck line plays have really lost value. The best routes to go now when you do these type of scenarios where you really like a favorite and you believe they're going to win that game in regulation, take them on the 60-minute money line. That way you win the game in regulation. They just have to win by a goal, and they don't have to go into OT. But again, draws, 26% of hockey's been draws. So that's a quarter of the games this year. So what does that tell you? You got to fade all of those, and you have to adapt. A lot of these plays, a lot of these wins are basically underdog wins. I've been huge on dogs this year. I've been slightly on the favorites, but at the same time, puck lines, they have no longer been a part of my strategy whatsoever. They just don't cover anymore. They're very minimal. I'd love to know the percent on puck line covers this year. And
I got some stats for you, because I've been doing I've been using AI for some stuff, and like just helping me write descriptions and stuff. But but to find stats quicker, like I just needed to tell me where to find them, and I just did while you did that breakdown. The games to go to overtime, a share of all this is for the whole season last year, 20.5. So we'll call it 20%, 21% went into overtime. The year before it was 21%. The year before it was 23, and then it dipped. It goes about 22, 23%. Currently, right now, as of today, 27.3% have went into overtime this season so far. We're halfway through.
That's a liquidity sweep
number. You know what I mean? So you gotta, and then that being said, it's like,
at plus 300 odds,
+3, +310. The lowest one I've ever bet was +285, and I thought that was like, I almost didn't bet it because I was like, duh, no bullshit. I want my 300. Those are +300. A $50 bill goes a long way at +300.
Yep. No shit. It does.
I mean,
it does.
You hit
risk to reward.
I mean, it is no way to put that. I mean, 50 will easily get you a couple hundred. It's nuts to see though. How many? I wonder if I could ask it for the puck line.
Denver first half, Scott 3, Purdue -5.5. I'm gonna pull up that college hoops for Scott real quick. Scott was looking at that. Which one was it, Scott? You want Scott? Give me one. Purdue, UConn, or Bama? Which one you want?
Purdue, UConn, Alabama. I'm on all three of these games.
I'm looking right now. So I don't like the Purdue play, and I'm not saying that because I'm from Illinois. Matter of fact, I actually hate Illinois. I do not like the University of Illinois. I actually went to school there for 3 weeks, and it didn't work out. We'll leave that for another. We'll leave that for another day. But anyway,
a whole nother story.
Yeah, whole other story. But I will say Illinois and Purdue, they always play each other tough. They do. And these two teams go rivalry back and forth all the time. Last time Illinois played them, they got the best of them in an 88-80 final. So now you got Purdue laying 5.5, which causes scarcity to the public. I think Illinois comes in and gets the cover in this one. It's not a long travel. Both of these two teams, they're dealing with the cold if we get into weather environment. Obviously, we know Purdue. They're always tough to play at home, but Illinois is no joke, whether they're at home or on the road either. This is going to be a neutral site type of situation. There's going to be a lot of Illinois fans at this game along with Purdue fans because it's not a far travel. So this is almost like a neutral site environment. That total also tells us a lot at 152.5. Tells us it's going to be a mediocre scoring type of game, which tells me it's going to be tight. I think this game comes down to a last possession scenario. Give me Illinois here plus the 5.5 points. Let's go to the next one, though. You had on there, it was
Tennessee, Alabama. I'm on Tennessee plus points here.
I like Tennessee plus the points. I did not break this game down. My model ran this game. My model had Tennessee losing this game by just 1 point. So I like the plus 4.5 as EV plus on this one. I'd be on Tennessee with this one with no breakdown. I did not break this game down.
Shop those lines, folks. Shop those lines because I'm telling you right now, I got 6.5 at minus 115. And I'm okay with that.
That's a 7 unit.
You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. I'm totally good with that. This UConn game, I do not have anything.
These bastards, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't know what to do there. Yeah.
No.
I'm on the wrong side of them when I go against them. When I go with them, I don't feel comfortable in any way, shape, or form. So.
But, Lenny,
and you know what I did? I just looked it up because I remember I had this game circled. I hate these teams. F this college basketball, blah, blah, blah. I took the under.
This goes right into our argument, the conversation we had with the Gonzaga game. Who's Gonzaga playing tonight? They're laying 18 in San Francisco. The same scenario. You've got UConn. They've won 14 in a row. They're 18-1 on the year, ranked second in the nation. And then you've got a very good Villanova team, 15-4 and coming off a win. Again, UConn names their number. They're beating the shit out of everybody they played. And now for them, in their most recent matchup, if my freaking laptop will load up, UConn. Yeah, they played Georgetown and barely snuck by that game in a 64-62 final. So you look at a game like this, well, they're playing a much better Villanova team here, 15-4, and they're laying double digits numbers. So is the market trying to scare you here with that double-digit number against a very good team, or is UConn starting to find a little bit of a regress point despite them winning 14 in a row? Notice how I'm going with all these back and forth. Too many variants, and I don't like variants. I like consistent, calculated edge advantages, and this is not one. For me, I don't like that. That total at 136.5, that's one of the lowest totals I've seen on a marquee or a prime game like this.
So low.
I'd ride it. I'd ride the under.
That's what I honestly, I thought, man, it's so low. Yeah. Like, hey, you know what I mean? And then I was like, well, that's low for a reason. I think Villanova could slow the ball down, slow UConn down. I think UConn wins the game? Probably. I mean, I'm not running to the window to bet a side, but I did think that the under was a little in play there. So I went that way.
I'm on the under if I'm taking one.
Scott says he took this Brandon Huff is out for Gonzaga, so he's got tender ankles, so that's why he took the points with the Dons tonight. The San Francisco
That's
Dons.
That's sharp. People will not catch up on that, Scott.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I there's two ways to look at that. To be honest with you, I have two different schools of thought about that in my head. One is I fade the injury report. I like to fade the injury report in the NBA all the time. Okay, I mean, because so and so is out. God knows they'll fall apart without one person. It's a team sport. There's 5 dudes on the field, or on the court. Excuse me.
That's the reason, Lenny, that Minnesota, the T-Wolves are not on my premium card as well tonight in the NBA is because Jimmy Butler's out for Golden State, and typically that's where I would go to Golden State and take them points because everyone's going to fade it. And that's the seam, that's the gap that gets filled. So I didn't have the balls to do it today. I saw better value with that noon game, so I faded it. But again, that goes right into your system as well. I like to fade the injury report.
Fade the public, fade the
But in
injury report.
college, different. College, because nobody's reading that shit in college.
Nobody's reading that though. Yeah, right. And I don't know if it plays too much into it in college because I mean, I don't know how deep Gonzaga is. You know, when a big name player like Brandon Huff is out, I mean, you got to imagine that. You know, how much does that team? How deep is that team? We're about to find out because maybe it's not one guy that steps into that guy's position. Maybe it's two guys. Look at that. Even the algorithm gave me a thumbs up. I'm so smart. Big game in Cincy today. Father-son game. Xavier, St. John's. Daddy looking to get 900 wins. Might take Daddy wins, but don't cover.
So let me find this game, but I could talk about this one right off the bat without it even in front of my face. I'm going to just say this right now. This St. John's team, they are not by any means the same St. John's team that we're used to watching whatsoever. Like I've watched this team game in, game out a lot this year, and they don't crash the boards as hard. They don't have as good shooters. They're just not primed the way that they were last year. Lenny, what's the line on that game? I can't find it in front of me. I want to make sure that I give you guys a valued play here.
I got St. John's minus 8.5.
Minus 8.5.
162.5 total.
What time's that game tip off?
1:30 Eastern. Sorry, I had to do
1:30 Eastern, so that's 12:30 my time. Right here. Okay, yeah, I got it. And Xavier, so the total's at 162.5, so that's an incentive. Points are going to be scored here. Xavier coming off a loss. St. John's has won 5 in a row, so they're on a bit of a heater right now. They just beat a very good Seton Hall team, and I mean very good. Seton Hall, they fly under the radar every single year. They are no joke. I keep your eyes on this team when they are they have value almost every single time they're on they have a matchup. Whatever. But Xavier, 9-3 at home this year, coming off a loss in their most recent matchup as well. And in that game, they played Creighton. They lost that game by 1 point. So that causes very good buying power for Xavier. That doesn't look like a soft loss. That looks like a very strong loss where the public can back them now because that was on the road. Now they're back at home. Again, this is another one for me. Give me the home team with the points here. I like Xavier here plus the – what is it, 8.5? I like Xavier plus the 8.5 points, and I'd also look at that over at 162.5. Both of these teams, as I mentioned, are not with St. John's. They're just not totally in coherency right now, but they have won 5 games in a row. I do believe both of these teams are going to bring their A game in this one tonight, and that means offensive points, a lot of points scored. I like the over in this one too, but my better play would be Xavier with the points at home.
That's fair. One game we didn't talk about, and I want to before we get out of here, Michigan State, Maryland. I want to talk about my state boys. I'm telling you right now, I know this game actually just tipped off like 5 seconds ago. So it's already on their way. But I'm on Michigan State minus the 18.5 points. I don't care if it's a homer play. I just wanted to say it out loud. I'm on Sparty. It's go green, go white all goddamn day and night. Okay. So I'm just letting you know.
I can't. I can't disagree with it. I know I can't.
No, you're on Maryland.
Maryland hasn't given us shit, jack shit for a reason.
They're bad. They're not a good team.
The last time, coming off a loss. Michigan State's ranked 10th in the nation. I mean, this is just a total homer bet. If you want to bet today and you're a Michigan State fan, you're betting on Michigan State.
Already done it.
That's what it is. I'm not going to touch
Scott, I'm on the Sabres here with you early in early NHL. After the Avalanche last night cost me $500 a parlay.
Oh, man.
Hey, the Avalanche screwed me over last night, too. I had them on the puck line, and they just didn't.
He's on the Sabres and
he's on the Sabres, Utah, and the Lightning. The Mammoth. I don't like early NHL Saturday games. I don't like that. Like, who the hell? By the way, Nashville, Tennessee is frozen right now. So that game goes off in about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So, early afternoon on a Saturday in Nashville going to see a hockey game. Tennessee people aren't built like that. I'm just telling you. I look at that game actually probably under. I was going right to the other side. I'm on the under with that Sabres Islanders game. I like that under 6.5. Sabres, they don't play their best hockey on the road, and
you're kind of getting baited here at a minus 105 across both sides. The Islanders, they're a very good defensive team, and they play their best defense at home. They don't score a lot of goals as a team. So that total kind of is interesting to me. I'd probably back the Sabres here if I had to take a play, but I'd look at that total. I'd probably be on the under 6.5 in this game. I think this is going to be a tight competitive one. The Islanders just play to the unders. They just do.
So I like the unders in early games for sure, because this is a mid-afternoon game, Saturday afternoon game for both these teams on the East Coast. So no big deal as far as time or weather or travel, or they're both used to cold weather.
Right.
I kind of lean the Sabres. I saw a stat yesterday that the Sabres are like something stupid, like 4-2 and Saturday afternoon games this season, because they, for whatever reason, right, on Saturday mornings, and I'm like, okay, good to know they get up for that. So at a pick'em price, basically, I mean, I think they were minus 1. It's minus 110 either way. Well, it's about to kicks off about an hour, but I took that. I went that route.
Who are you on? You take the Sabres?
I'm on the Sabres minus. I got it at like minus 105 last night.
That's why I figured it'd be
like
right
that.
now.
I'm like, I don't have to wait till tomorrow to know that. Sometimes I'm already on some stuff. Yeah, the Sabres, or I don't want to say the Sabres, but as far as this Avalanche count, keep in mind the Avalanche are still the best team in hockey.
Okay? Non-argument. Nothing there.
And the Flyers just dismantled them at home, by the way, in regulation. So, I mean, that's their only second loss of the season in regulation at home. They're 20 wins, 2 losses, and 4 overtime losses. So
ridiculous.
So basically they're 20-4, or 6, I should say, at home, at either an overtime loss or a straight up loss. I just think they took the night off. That's what I think happened. And that's okay. And be careful in the NHL. Last thing, and we're going to bounce out of here. Be careful in the NHL in the next week or so. Actually, next 2 weeks. They're going to start to rest. Some guys are going to sit. Some goalies might move, because we're going to have a 3-week layoff in the NHL for Olympics. That shit starts February 6th. So February 5th is the last day in the NHL. Yeah. They don't come back till February 25th. So there'll be a lot of travel. They got to all go to Italy. That's where the Winter Olympics are. They got to all house in different uncomfortable housing. They got to practice on different ice in a different time zone, mentally playing for different shit. Some of these guys are playing for blood. Some of these guys don't give a shit. I'm just saying, so you got to be careful of that. If you don't think I will have Olympic hockey bets, you're wrong. You're wrong.
$5.
$5. Check it out. Check out the free 60. Use that for Griffin Murphy's premium plays. The buffet is open. Tell them again what you got going on tonight or this weekend before we bounce out of here.
Massive card. The buffet is open. I have a 6-unit NBA that goes off in 45 minutes. I have a 6-unit college basketball play, part of a 4-play card. That play goes off at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then we're back in the octagon. UFC is finally back after 5 weeks of hell, waiting for this. 7-unit top fight goes off at 7 o'clock Eastern time, part of a 5-fight card. So we are in the prelims. We're in the main. We have everything. We're covering the entire UFC slate. So if you guys want action tonight with blood, get on my UFC card. But if not, no hard feelings.
There you go. Use that free $60 card. You can use that on any handicapper you want, including Griffin Murphy's premiums over at the website. And that 60 can go a long way. So use that on anything you want over at the website. Don't forget, $4.99, you become a cool member of YouTube and Doc Sports. You become a cool premium member. You got to buy your own members only jacket. I supply winners. That's how it works around here. This is Doc's Daily. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern. Check us out with the rotating cast weekly. Me and this guy are here every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Good luck unless you're against us. Take care, folks.